So, if you have not seen Black Adam, by all means, go see this movie, then come back. If not, just enjoy the video. I know, right? It's crazy. Anyway, let's begin. So, Black Adam or Teth Adam. Right out the gate, I was concerned about this movie because DC had been missing harder than my DMs. Now, anyways, to speak on this movie in a very honest light, I love this movie. And let me explain why, because I know there's a lot of people who don't like this movie, who think it's bad, who think it's good, who think it's good and bad. One of my favorite movie reviewers made a very interesting point in her video. But I will say this, I do not agree with the vast majority. I like this movie for very obvious reasons, and if you know anything about me and my channel, you know how I feel about, modern day superhero movies and how they pander to a very interesting political party. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. If you're part of that political party, then you're gonna love modern day movies. Phase 4 of the MCU. But I love this movie, I really did, because it let this masculine, stoic figure be exactly what he was supposed to be. Masculine and stoic. We don't have too many superheroes that are like this anymore. Nowadays we have to watch our heroes, our male heroes in particular, get embarrassed, get belittled, get emasculated on camera. And I'm kind of sick of it, if I'm gonna be honest with you. I love this movie so much, and I saw it with my family a couple times. I saw it like the first time with my brother, and then I finished it with my family, because this movie was incredible. And I don't know why DC has so much money to burn, because this movie looks fantastic. Like, I don't care what you say about this movie. If there's one thing you gotta praise, it's the visuals, and it is immaculate. Man, I loved how this movie looked. And of course, Cyclone is a race swapped and apparently a humanity swapped character, because in the comics she's like an android kind of sort of thing, or at least in the adaptations that I've seen, she was like an android, or made by T.R. Morrow, if I am not mistaken. I know I'm not, because I'm a little bit of a nerd. Could be wrong, because I've been watching Young Justice, so when I watch Young Justice, a lot of how I view these characters is from that show. But I like this show. Excuse me, I like this movie. And this movie, again, was good to me. Like, I didn't ask for much. I don't expect much from movies anymore. But again, I was pleasantly surprised. Like, the soundtrack wasn't that bad. For some reason, The Rock has more range than he's been letting on for the past 20 years. I've seen this man. This man has range. Like, bro, if someone has anything bad to say about Black Adam in this movie, you can't say about it The Rock. Like, because he killed it. And the costume design in this movie was incredible. Also, I just gotta say this. What are y'all talking about when y'all say, oh, Hawkman looks great? Dude, his helmet looks ridiculous. Out of all the adaptations of Hawkman's helmet, you choose this weird version of it. The ears are too long. The freaking... Look, man, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't like Hawkman in this movie. I don't dislike him per se, but in the movie, he seems a bit much. And this is coming from a dude who is a firm believer in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Thou shalt not kill and all that. Be good to the people around you, etc., etc., things of that nature, right? But again, man, he made me want to side with Black Adam so many times in this movie. It was ridiculous. Like, bro, at some point I was like, bro, just shut up, bro. Like, just shut up, bro. Like, you're making me look bad. You're making us black brothers look terrible right now. Like, and I ain't saying that he needed to be like Black Adam, but I'm just saying, on one hand, it was refreshing to see a black man care so much about justice, order, and the justice of all things and the good of people. That's what I liked about that's what I liked about Hawkman. He was a genuine good character through and through. He wasn't a thug, he wasn't a career criminal, he wasn't a felon. He was just a genuinely good dude who cared about the people. He cared about everyone. He may have had a very annoying way of going about it, but he was a good man. And I like that a lot about this movie. You cared about his struggle. You cared about Dr. Fate. And finally, we could talk about Dr. Fate real quick. I hate that they off this man. And what a shocker. Modern day movies had to off the really powerful, as inconspicuously white character who is very well spoken. I don't want to say it's political, right? But it is. And here comes my critiques of the movie, right? The critiques of these movies get on my nerves because, like, every time I say this stuff, I always get the, the cooneration comments, from people saying that, oh, blah, 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 he just wanted to see the white characters win. It's not even like that, dude. Like, I don't hate people based off their race, and it's so weird that in this modern political climate where people are so against racism, it seems as though people hate anyone who is of a more white aesthetic. And I don't understand why. Like, racism is taught. It is not born that way. This whole idea of generational trauma is bullshit. I don't care what no one tells you. I am a black man, 21 years old, and I have never felt this, this overwhelming feeling from my ancestors that I should dislike these people and call them names and call them slurs because of what their ancestors did based off of their past actions. And it's so annoying that gets forced in media a lot of the time. Like, you get people calling, people, colonizers just for being what they are and what they didn't choose to be. You know what I mean? And that's the part about modern media that I hate more than anything, because it does nothing but sow division. And I hear oppressed so many times in this movie where I really want to rip my ears out like Piccolo did against Lord Slug. That's how annoying. I am so tired of hearing the word oppressed. I so am. And this is coming from a dude who spends so much time on TikTok, where I built a following overnight because I hate this crap. Like, I hate how overly political, overly hateful, and overly negative everyone is in general nowadays. Like, you have to pick a side, or you have to be so overtly negative to where it's perceived as positive. It's so annoying. I kid you not, it's the most annoying thing you will ever see on this entire history of freaking platforms in general when it comes to social media. And like, I really, really like the casting of Dr. Fate. Like, it was so good, bro. Like, probably one of my favorite standout performances besides from, The Rock and Teth Adam himself. Because when he speaks, he commands power. Like, he literally speaks with a presence that you feel. You feel every line that he says. Like, especially when he talks to Teth Adam. And by the way, I prefer calling him Teth Adam than Black Adam for some reason. I don't know why. It's just very interesting to me. Like, they call him Teth Adam for like the majority of the movie, and I actually like that. They call him his true name. Like, you don't see movies like that often. Like, you may hear someone reference Kal-El every now and then, like, especially in the animated stuff and especially in the source material, they call him Kal-El like a lot. But in this movie, bro, they call him Teth Adam and you feel it. Like, that is his given name. That is the name of his true name, and I enjoy it a lot. And I don't agree with the choice of making, Dr. Fate's helmet an alien artifact. Like, what? Dr. Fate is a Lord of Order. He is one of the most powerful mystical beings you will ever see in the entirety of the DC universe. And the way they off this man is ridiculous. You can't handle a demon spawn? Bro, you are Dr. Fate. And he even had a wonderful line when he was fighting the final boss. By the way, the final boss was like, whatever, by the way. Like, honestly, I did not care. The power of our Lord and Savior will compel you, you demonic force. Seriously, I don't understand this with modern comics in general. Like, they seem to lean so heavily into the demonic side of the power gap or the power creeps in their universes, and I don't know why. I feel as though it's a malicious intent, with everything we've been seeing and with everything that I've been reading up on the Bible. Like, it's just been seeing very interesting. Now, I'm not going to be one of those guys, who are going to be all like, oh, the end times are coming. But from what I've seen in recent media, people lean so heavy into demonic forces. There's a show being made, if it's not already finished already, and I will not be watching it, where it's a literal show about the Antichrist. Like, why? Like, who decided to make a movie like this? Who decided to make a show about this? And I'm so tired of it. Like, just stop doing this. Like, but then again, we live in liberal media, and liberal media, it's very anti-religion. It's very anti-anything that is of the Bible. So I guess it's a way of giving the middle finger to people who believe, people who have faith in anything larger than themselves. And I hate it so much. I'm tired of seeing this. I'm tired of seeing this negativity in media. But anyway, that's my little tangent. Other than that, this movie was honestly really good for me personally. You know what I mean? Like, were there a few characters who I wish weren't in this movie? Yes. Were there a few aspects of the movie I did not like? Yes. But other than that, I like this movie. For one time, I wasn't being preached to, at least not all the time. And the kid character in the movie, I'm tired of these freaking kid inserts in these movies. Like, I'm sorry, I just am. I don't like the fact that these type of, movies do this. They shove a kid in here for the sake of, appealing to the kid audience. Like, you have a movie with a dude in a cape and muscles flying around deleting people. Like, maybe you stop pandering to children sometimes, okay? Like, can a movie just strictly be a movie without having a child base or a child audience needing to be injected in this movie? Like, seriously, man, this guy was unnecessary. Like, you could have just had this movie be about Black Adam and a few other characters. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, I feel bad for the guy who played Atom Smasher, because he really wanted to be in this movie. He put on the muscle. He did everything he had to do to embody the character, or at least this new version of Atom Smasher. And the dude just didn't get the shine. Like, he didn't get his moment. Like, he had a few good moments, and the dude is a great actor because I've seen him in a lot of Netflix stuff. But other than that, yeah, the forced romance, it was pretty forced, not gonna lie to you. And the way they praise Cyclone is just like, yeah, smart black girl needs her praise. And I'm like, first of all, if you have to tell us, and they do this a lot in a lot of modern movies, right? Where they have to force the fact that, oh, black women are very intelligent, as if we had to be told this, as if we don't know. Like, seriously. Like, I'm a black man, right? And I've seen nothing but intelligent black women around me. And I don't need to be reminded how smart they are, because I know. And the fact that they do this constantly in a lot of movies is kind of insulting. It's kind of patronizing. But anyway, that's my thoughts on the movie Black Adam. And if I had to give it a ranking, genuinely and honestly, it's about an 8 out of 10 for me. You know what I mean? Not the best, not the great. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.